So of course, we're on the road to WrestleMania and things are heating up in WWE as a result, and tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw just completely took things to an entirely new level because it was fucking awesome from start to finish. I really enjoyed tonight's episode of Raw, everything from tonight's episode, and I really wish WWE would start booking shows like this more on a regular basis because tonight's episode, it had little to no filler whatsoever. There were no useless Divas matches, there were no meaningless jobber matches with people that we really didn't care about or WWE didn't give us much of a reason to care about them. There was none of that tonight. Everything had a purpose, everything had a meaning, and everything actually was part of build up to a bigger picture. So that all was great, and on top of that, it was also entertaining. Make sure you share with me your comments on the show down in the comment section below. As far as I'm concerned, this show was fucking awesome from start to finish. And speaking of the start and the finish, the beginning and the end of tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw, in my opinion, were the two best parts of the show. We started out with The Rock bringing it via satellite once again, and no worries, Rock Marks, there's not going to be any ranting on The Rock in this video, so you can, put your little Kleenex and tissues away. But, yeah, though we started with The Rock bringing it via satellite, and that's exactly what he was doing. You know, he was on the Titantron, but before Raw even started, he posted a message on Twitter talking about how him and John Cena had a heart-to-heart, and we were going to be seeing that on Raw. And I'm like, okay, this is some bullshit. There has to be something else to this story. Like, they're not giving away John Cena and The Rock having a heart-to-heart like this early, and, whatever is going on between the two. And so we get to Raw, and The Rock, he's in this little segment, and then John Cena's music hits, and this little kid dressed in Cena merchandise walks out, and The Rock is basically using this kid as a representation of John Cena because he felt John Cena responded to him as a child would have, and The Rock completely fucking eviscerated John Cena verbally. Like, I felt like Smokey from Friday, like, you got knocked the fuck out. That was a verbal TKO. The Rock destroyed John Cena, and out of everything that I've seen, everything that I've heard in this Rock Cena saga, that moment right there, that segment was probably the best out of all. It was just so fucking awesome, and I felt really bad for Cena. Like, that's how bad The Rock just fucking destroyed Cena. I felt bad for Cena. Like, I was sitting there like, damn, like, is he really saying all of this? And The Rock just, man. And like I said with The Rock's promo 2 weeks ago, he sounded so defensive. Tonight, there was none of that defensive bullshit. It was just all offense. He was just swinging away at the Cena, and it was fucking awesome. I loved it. The Rock rocked the house. So we go from that great start to Monday Night Raw into a Miz promo, and that was one of the best, if not probably the best Miz promo he's ever cut. Like, that was awesome also. And he had a couple of lines in there talking about The Rock, how The Rock's granddad, how The Rock's dad never won the WWE Championship, so that makes The Miz better than both of them. And he also gave a line, the best line out of the entire thing. He said something like, oh, Rock, you're always talking about how you're gonna bring it to John Cena, but I've actually done it. You say you're gonna do it, but I've actually done it 3 weeks in a row. So you don't own John Cena, I do. I love that line. So we get awesome start to Raw with a Rock segment, then we get an awesome promo from The Miz, and then it seemed like it just went to fucking hell in a handbasket. We get a match between The Miz and the Great Khali, and I'm like, are you fucking serious? Whoever this anonymous general manager is, please, announce who you are so I can find you and slap the fuck out of you. Like, that's how I felt in that one moment. But it actually turned out much better than I expected because The Miz just went nuts on the Great Khali. He attacked him with numerous chair shots, and The Miz looked at so ruthless and devious in that moment. I just absolutely loved it, and I'm sitting here just so proud to be a Misfit because he was just so fucking awesome. Then we go on at the end of the night. Michael Cole is at the commentary table, and he's like, oh, I have it on good authority that The Rock is in the building. The Rock is in St. Louis. And I'm like, oh shit, is The Rock really appearing on the show? And I'm like, wait a minute. Again, this is some bullshit. There has to be more to the story. So we come back from the commercial break, and John Cena is in his match with Alberto Del Rio, and all of a sudden The Rock's music hits, and this person comes out there, this bald person, and the crowd is cheering and shit, and then they get a close-up on the person, takes the glasses off, and who is it? The Miz, dressed like The Rock. He had the fake tan going and all, the bald skull cap. That was so fucking awesome. The Miz was the MVP of Monday Night Raw tonight. Every single second he was on screen was just it was just gold. And he destroyed John Cena. He destroyed him. He absolutely destroyed him. So John Cena got destroyed verbally by The Rock and got destroyed by the Miz at the end of the show. So it was not a good night for the C Nation at all, and I fucking loved it. It was awesome. The Miz was just excellent tonight. And what else happened on Monday Night Raw? Oh, have to talk about the segment with Jerry Lawler and his son Brian Christopher, aka Grandmaster Sexay, coming back. That was a great segment also. Michael Cole just solidified my claim that he was one of the best heels in WWE last week. He solidified it tonight. And JR also came back. That was a great use of JR. The crowd went wild for him. I would love it if he's at the commentary table during WrestleMania, and maybe if Michael Cole gets his ass whooped, maybe he'll take a little break from WWE and JR would replace him at the commentary table. Who knows? But no, I don't think that's going to happen because that's probably why they added Josh Matthews there, because Josh Matthews is kind of like the play-by-play guy, and then Jerry Lawler will be the color commentator. But, you know, maybe, like I said in last week's video, maybe they have an authority figure role for Michael Cole, and I would like to see JR back at the commentary table in WWE because nobody can do what he does. It just isn't as simple as, you know, reciting lines that the company gives you. It's about telling a story. It's about being basically the narrator. You have to advance a certain story. There are certain things that you know, the company wants you to believe about certain superstars. Like, they have a narrative that they want the fans to get at home, and you know, nobody can do that like JR can, because he speaks from a position of authority. He speaks from a position where you can actually respect him and believe what he says. So that's one reason why I think they need JR back in the WWE. Let me look over a couple of things that happened on Raw. Like, I'm drawing a blank here. Oh, Sheamus won the United States Championship. Snooki, she was the guest star of Raw, and she will be actually in a match at WrestleMania 27. What do you guys think about that? Snooki competing in a match at WrestleMania 27. The actual match is Trish Stratus, Snooki, and John Morrison versus Lay Cool and Dolph Ziggler. Of course, there could have been much better alternatives and all, you know, different ways to use Dolph Ziggler and John Morrison, two of my favorite up-and-coming stars in WWE, at WrestleMania. Much better ways than how they're using them. But as far as the whole diva aspect of it goes, I'd rather see Snooki, to be honest, Snooki in a match at WrestleMania than some of these non-wrestling ass divas where the crowd, half the crowd during their match would have been going to the concession stands and the other half of the crowd would have been fucking dead in their seats. Like, I'd rather see Snooki in a match than that, to be completely honest. And Snooki, she was great on Raw tonight. She was entertaining, and yeah, you know, I thought only desperate wrestling promotions went and got people from Jersey Shore, but at least WWE got the big star of Jersey Shore. They didn't get some no-name ass bitch that nobody remembers and nobody cares about. So at least they got the biggest star off the show. So I guess that's a, you know, that's an upside to this whole thing. But yeah, I'll end this video right here because I don't have any notes or anything. I'm just going straight off the dome, so I don't know what I missed, but I will be talking about everything that I missed on the sideshow this Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And for all of the people that tune into the sideshow, I have a special treat for you also. This is something that a lot of people have been asking for, and I'm finally going to do it on the sideshow. I don't want to say what it is now, but make sure you tune in. And also, if you haven't watched my latest video, my Q&A video, I included it as a video response to this video, so make sure you check that out. Pretty entertaining video, if I must say so myself. You know, I'm getting good feedback on it. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you rate it, and if you aren't subscribed already, click that subscribe button, and peace out.